I have seen a lot of discourse floating around the past couple of weeks regarding Pinterest and how it's just a cesspool of AI slop nowadays. So in this video, I'm gonna go over some of the other online resources that I use for either art inspiration or reference. Before I get into it, I would really appreciate a like and a subscribe. I'm just another artist trying to build an online following, so any help with the algorithm would be highly appreciated. Also, if you're interested in learning animation or storyboarding, I have a Discord server that I run where I do weekly streams, I do homework assignments and like draw-overs once a week. I also do personalized mentorship starting at just $20 a month for anyone that's interested in being a storyboard artist. So I'm gonna leave a link for that in the description box as well. Okay, let's get into it. The first thing I want to mention real quick, if you're in a rush and you just want to use Google search, you can always filter by the year. So I would personally cap it at maybe like 2022, or use a hyphen to automatically filter all non-AI images. So if you're in a rush and you just want to use Google Images, that's always a good option. And there you go, you can always try that too. First up is for my fellow storyboard artists out there. I really like FilmGrab, film-grab.com. I love the irony of getting an ad for an AI search engine when I'm looking at non-AI references. That's just great. Anyway, so FilmGrab is really good to look up just shots from different movies. Everything's filtered by not only like the name of the film, but also like the director, the DOP, the production designer, and the costume designer, and also the year. So if you have like a favorite director or like a favorite movie, you can just look them up and it just shows you a bunch of their different films. It's really nice. You can use all of it as reference. It's a really good resource. You can filter by year. You can even browse by genre, I think. So if you wanted to look at more animation, it's super cool. Anyway, next up is DeviantArt. I know what you're thinking. I'm not talking about using the search feature on DeviantArt. Back in the day, when people still used DeviantArt, there were a lot of good Samaritans that would just post stock photos for pretty much anyone to use. Senshi stock was one of them. They go by Adorka stock now. Basically, you want to have like a list of accounts that you browse every once in a while where you can just go through all of their stock images. Like, look at that. This is so cool. They're doing God's work out here, honestly. This account is really good. I have a list of other stock accounts that I use, and I'm gonna leave a link to those in the description as well. Yeah, some of these accounts have like really cool photos. You have to download the whole pack, I think, but it should be free. Next up, I'm gonna use some gesture drawing websites that I use. I know this is more geared towards like animation, storyboarding, sequential art types, but hopefully, you know, even if you do something different, like if you're a concept artist or a painter, you can still use some of these references. Ges Draw Party is one of my favorite YouTube channels. All of the models are clothed. They all have like different costumes, and they really embody whatever character they're portraying. Like this is so cool. Look at that. So you've got that. In the same vein, you've got Line of Action. It's line-of-action.com. I normally use the figure drawing and the hands and feet drawing function just for practice and whatnot, but they have environment drawings, they've got expressions and animals as well. So you can use the time feature for practice, or you can just scroll until you find something interesting and just take a screenshot. Like, this is so dope. Okay, next up, we're gonna go a bit old school and we're gonna check out our local libraries. Chances are, wherever you live, you've got a really robust public library near you. A lot of libraries nowadays also have online catalogs. So for example, for the LA Public Library where I live, I had not even stepped foot inside a public library in LA for years. But one day I just went ahead and made like an e-card online so I could access their online catalog. All you have to do is sign up, and then it just gives you an electronic library card number, and you just use that to access all of their ebooks. And that includes newspapers and magazines that would otherwise be behind a paywall of some sort. And you can access all of their online research tools as well. So yeah, this is LA Public Library, but it's worth looking into if you have like a public library near you. If you don't, maybe a relative that you have or friend that lives elsewhere has a public library near them, and you could use their info to make an online account and use that to access their catalog. Some libraries even have computer labs where you can access Adobe software, or even use like Wacom Cintiqs or tablets. If you don't have a workstation at your home, you can just go there and have some uninterrupted quiet time to focus on your work. So yeah, that's your local public library. JStore.org is really good. You do have to log in through either your school or a public library. Just a quick little plug, in addition to being a professional artist, I am also an ADHD coach. If you're an artist like me who also has ADHD and you struggle with things like being able to focus on your work, setting goals, getting your portfolio done, I have a 6-week ADHD coaching program that I've designed specifically for people like us. I have individual and group ADHD coaching sessions available. If you're interested in reserving your spot, or if you just want to know more about it, there's going to be a link in the description box below. Okay, back to the video. This is not really for reference, more so inspiration, but I know people used Pixiv a lot before it got overtaken by AI, so you can use another website called exfolio.jp, where a lot of Japanese artists seem to have moved to. But they have a pretty strict no AI policy, so if you ever need inspiration, you can use that as well. Anyway, that is pretty much all of the resources I have. I'm gonna be listing them in the description box as well. If this video was helpful to you, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It would really help me out with the algorithm. If you have any other resources that you think are worth mentioning but I haven't included here, feel free to leave them in the comments as well. That is all I have for now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!